and gentlemen, to the Woodbridge Channel's broadcast of high school sports. Tonight it's high school hockey from the Woodbridge Community Center. This is Andrew Shapiro, joined alongside the Honorable Mayor John McCormick. And tonight we have the Woodbridge Township Schools taking on St. Joe's of Metuchen.
And if there ever was a shot, Andrew, what they tell me, if there ever was a shot that we could beat St. Joe's, this is it.
Well, they came pretty close back in 2015 when the Woodbridge team Woodbridge High School played St. Joe's in the GMC Finals.
Right, I remember that.
Lost a heartbreaker, 4-3. 2 goals scored by Woodbridge native Tommy Bauer in the third period. Proved to be the undoing.
Yeah, by the way, Tommy Bauer, who used to play for Woodbridge.
Yes, he did.
Transferred to St. Joe's and beat us.
Pass across, and what a save made there. That by goaltender Eddie Caven. The freshman getting the start for St. Joe's, and he makes 2 big saves off the bat. And Tommy actually now playing and having a great career for my alma mater in college, William Patterson University.
People should know now all 3 Woodbridge high schools have combined to form one team.
Saved by Adam Godfrey, the Woodbridge native.
Several years ago, Kennedy really could not field a team. They only had a handful of kids, so they joined with Colonia.
And they had success there, too.
They were good, and then this year, Woodbridge only had like 7 kids, I'm told, so they joined and got special permission for 3 schools, but at least all 3 are from the same town.
Absolutely, and they're having a pretty successful year this year as well. I believe it's 8-1-1.
8-1-1's pretty good.
8-1-1 is very good. Puck sent all the way down. This is an icing as we've played 1 minute and 21 seconds in this exciting first period. We've been so caught up in catching you all up. We haven't been commentating on the action.
Yeah, I know. It's we got to get people knowing what's going on first.
Absolutely. It's a little bit more important than human interaction, I think.
Exactly.
Face off. Yep.
Woodbridge in the white.
It's black.
Oh, Woodbridge in the black. St. Joe's in the white. My bad.
Yes. St. Joe's wearing the traditional white and green. It is a St. Joe's home game.
83 for Woodbridge. That's 93 is Ryan Snyder. 26 is Justin Yunkus.
Hit up the wall.
Let's see, we have 88 is
Luca Filacamo.
Now, do you know these kids now?
I know a few of them. Back during my my tenure as the operations manager here at the community center, I did actually have a couple of them in my employment. They were good kids, all of them. So.
Number 9, Drew Galea. Number 12 is T.J. Evan. Number 25 is Jared DeLumba. All right, we know him.
Yep, Jarrett and Drew, co-captains.
Works here. Number 5 is Justin DiNatale. So, looking at the lineup, I see CHS 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. I see Woodbridge 5 times and JFK 3 times.
So overall, a pretty even mix. Another icing by St. Joe's. Referees for tonight's game, brother tandem of Jim and Anthony Crodell.
The leading career goal scorer for Woodbridge is Drew Galea. He's a forward from Colonia. This year he's got 9 goals, 15 assists. For his career, 53 goals, 58 assists for 111 points.
That's
pretty
impressive.
Darn good.
That's very impressive. He had a very solid career as a Colonia Patriot. And tries to poke it forward, but it's kept in at the line by Travis Benny. And on a second effort, played out to center by Mike Rocco.
I see Coach Fratello, the old Woodbridge coach. Should say former, he's not old.
No, he is not.
It's got to be killing him, though, because, you know, when we first started this, Andrew, there were 3 teams with 20 kids in each team.
Yep.
And now to see only 3 Woodbridge High School, 5 Woodbridge High School kids, 3 Kennedy kids, it's got to be killing them.
It's not easy for myself either, and I know I speak for all of my fellow inaugural season players. As TJ Evan has a possible partial break, drops it off potentially for Travis Benny. Benny poked it forward, but it's stolen away by Matt Samarelli.
What is St. Joe's record?
St. Joe's record, they are 4-4-1 overall with a perfect 2-0-0 record in the GMC. As a shot goes wide off Evan's stick. 2 wins over Monroe and the combined team of Edison, J.P. Stevens, and Metuchen. So this is St. Joe's 3rd GMC game, and I believe this is Woodbridge's 2nd or 3rd as well.
Well, Woodbridge beat Monroe, which is a big game a couple of weeks ago. I saw that. That made them 6-0.
Absolutely.
And now they're 8-1-1.
Yep, that's a big game for Woodbridge, not just for a morale booster, but also in the GMC standings. As a backhander is poked on goal and steered away by Godfrey.
What was the Woodbridge lost to?
I'm actually not sure. We'll have to research that during the intermission. Breaking out is Yunkus. He comes over the red line, gains the St. Joe's end. Shot, glove save made by Caven, and he'll get the whistle.
This is the first time you've been back in the building in a while?
Oh, yeah, and I absolutely love the way this building has come about.
It's beautiful.
The brand new boards, the brand new floors, the paint job, the remodeling of the
carpet,
the carpet and the weight rooms. Just everything looks outstanding.
Well, you know, daycare just wasn't working, so we moved daycare over to the Highland Grove pool. We still do it after school and all that kind of stuff, but that's out of the community center now. We have expanded cardio room, expanded weight room.
And a brand new ice rink with brand new boards. They took down the ice, stripped it all the way down to the concrete floor underneath, put a brand new sheet out. It looks fantastic, and I talked to the players. They said it skates great too. And if you're looking for that New Year's resolution to be able to join a gym, there actually is no joiner's fee for the entire month of January.
You're a walking commercial, man.
Well, you know, it's a beautiful building. We want to make sure we get people in. There's a shot on goal. Saved by Godfrey. Gets the rebound. And another save by Godfrey. Puck loose on the side of the net. Taking a tumble was Mitchell Johnson. And starting up with it is Drew Galea. Over the red line. Pass across for Evan. Tries to drop back for Galea. Went through him. Good rush by the Woodbridge Township team. As it steered back behind the net. Luke Bishop plays wide for Delemba. Benny can't clear the zone on the forecheck by two Falcons in Mark Borick and Andrew Costello.
Number 20 is Travis Benny. You said that. Number 25, Jared Delemba. Number 9, Drew Galea. Number 12 is TJ Evan. And number 21 is Luke Bishop.
We get a stoppage of play. It's going to be a cross-checking penalty. And you can hear the roar of the crowd behind us. It is a St. Joe's penalty. Woodbridge Township will get the first man advantage as it's Mark Borek, 2 minutes for cross-checking at the 5:24 mark.
Look at you, man, keeping the stats. You know what you're doing. We never had that. I got to bar that far from whenever we do a game without you.
Yeah, well, they got the score sheets are up in the lobby.
They are?
So,
oh, okay, good.
You can get them anytime. It's my years of an amateur announcer coming back to help me out.
Don't you announce for William Patterson?
I dabble. I do some freelance work, and I'll be going out to Columbus in March to broadcast the ACHA National Tournament for the second year in a row. As that one's saved by Caven.
And then when we saw Vito's kid one night in Wall or Middletown, didn't we see you doing the game?
Yep, that was me. I was doing the PA announcing for the New Jersey Titans of the North American Hockey League.
Well, you got a distinguished voice that you can tell a mile away.
I've been told that. Tie up is poked out of the zone.
Nice.
Good speedy rush there by Daniel Bradshaw, and a good poke by TJ Evan coming back to cover as Jarrett Delemba played forward to try to keep the offensive pressure.
This is puck handling and stick work that I've not seen from a Woodbridge team in a long time.
Absolutely. Well, this line out here, you're going to see a lot of this line tonight, this forward line of Benny, Evan, and Galea. You're going to see a lot of this forward line with the top D pairing of Jarrett Delemba and I believe right now it's Dinatali on defense as they've made a line change. And now it's Ryan Snyder who's the extra man. Down the right wing, here comes Evan. Takes a slash, but cuts back to the net. Takes it behind, has a man in front.
Right in front, keep it in, that's it.
Shot deflects on goal, it hit the post. Off the deflection, off the shot by Dinatali. It went on goal, hit the post, and it carried him just wide. Snyder was going to the bench for a change. Puck went behind him. St. Joe's has 30 seconds left on the penalty kill, and breaking out with his Snyder. He takes a shot. It's blocked towards goal. That one by Ty Carter, son of St. Joe's coach Ryan Carter. Dinatali, a nice move to gain the red line. And he'll send it back in. You're going to see a lot of a high skill because even though Woodbridge Township doesn't have the manpower that they used to, the skill players that they do have come together and they've played together travel and house league and they've grown up. They've improved their skills here at the community center playing for their respective club teams.
Right.
And they're good players. So
what I've heard is that the Wolfpack is really deep at a younger level, not the immediate future, but not the long term either.
Absolutely. The Mites and Squirts program has really blossomed into something that has been competitive, not just in our area, but really the state of New Jersey has, seen the Wolfpack come to tournaments and do well.
We saw the Wolfpack kind of by accident last Friday night at the Devils game. They were playing at the first break.
A big collision in front of the St. Joe's bench, and the Woodbridge parents wanted a call. The St. Joe's family and friends are cheering for the big hit. Onside play poked away by Snyder. Shot, score!
Darn.
Broken play, and on the broken play goal, Ty Carter, a wrister from the slot. 1-0 St. Joe's. And that's rough because Woodbridge had a lot of possession. They had a power play, and they were just unable to do anything with it. And a couple of unlucky bounces, a couple of nice saves by Eddie Caven, excuse me. But Ty Carter gets the goal to put St. Joe's on the board at 8:03 of the first period. Now we'll see how Woodbridge Township responds as that one's thrown towards goal and Godfrey will get the whistle.
What's the feedback from any other teams? Do you know, maybe you don't, about the fact that Woodbridge has 3 high schools joined on one team? Any feedback? Like, is that people saying it's not fair?
Oh, no, there's no talk of that.
Okay.
No, there's been a lot of schools, especially up in North Jersey, where the turnout hasn't really been what it's been expected to be, and they've been forced to join.
Oh, so it's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon. No, it's very common for schools, especially in the same area in the same school district, to reach out and join teams.
Well, there's not many cases where there's 3 high schools in one district.
No, there's not.
We've got to be one of the few in the state. But Stevens, Edison are in Edison, and Metuchen's in Metuchen, obviously, but they formed a team.
Correct.
Which is fine. Because you want to give the kids a chance to play, and if all 3 can't do it alone, why not?
Exactly. Edison and J.P. Stevens joined together a couple of years ago.
Right.
And then when Metuchen expressed interest in trying to get a high school team, they wanted to just start off by merging with Edison and J.P. Stevens because they didn't have the turnout that they were looking for.
I wonder how many of each, I guess, Edison was the powerhouse there, right, over Stevens?
Yeah, Edison definitely, they had a young man by the name of Robert DiStefano.
I remember him. Was he number 3?
I believe it was 13.
13,
or 12. Shot saved by Godfrey with the glove. Robs a slapper from the point off the stick of Mike Sasso. A lot of teams in our area, they do have the benefit of being able to really count on, 1 or 2 players, dating all the way back even to the original days of high school hockey in Woodbridge Township.
Well, remember, Woodbridge was powered by Danny Swansboro.
Yep, Woodbridge had...
Kennedy was powered by Justin Zeisel.
Yep, and Colonia had a couple of superstars. There was Brian Remite, and then after he graduated, a couple of young kids. Steve Stefanowicz on the back end was a good 2-way forward. So there was a lot of talent.
It just amazes me that after literally 10, 11 years, we went from 60 kids on 3 teams to 20 on 1.
Well, as the old saying goes, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So if you have the turnout and you can have the players who want to play hockey here in the township, you can't make them play hockey.
24 is Matt Haggerty now for Woodbridge, for the township, I should say.
And his brother Richie, also a former Colonia Patriot.
88, we said, is Luca Filicamo. On the ice now is 89. That's Brian Naroda. He's a forward from Colonia.
26, Justin Junkus. And a big collision sees that one bounce over the stick of Justin DiNatale.
Puck's a lot in the Woodbridge zone here. This is not good. Finally, we get it out. And do we get it out? Maybe not even.
Well, they'll gain the St. Joe's zone, but no sustained pressure as the Falcons quickly turn it around in the person of Dean Rocco. So it looks like we have a brother tandem on the St. Joe's team in Dean and Mike Rocco wearing 3 and 14. Tie up in front of the Zamboni doors. Stolen away by Junkus. Off the wall he goes looking for Naroda for the breakout.
A lot of the crispness in the early part of the game for Woodbridge has gone away.
And they'll have to get back to that second gear. This is another save by Godfrey. Puck is loose in the slot but played into the corner. It's a 2-on-1. Here's Filicamo down the left wing. He's got Naroda with him. Filicamo has it stolen away, plays in front, and it's poked out of harm's way by St. Joe's.
Nice move by St. Joe's. Good defense.
St. Joe's out shooting Woodbridge Township 7-5, so it's been a close game in the terms of shots, but St. Joe's has the one that counts in the big yellow letters. Puck rolled all the way down. Caven has to come out and play it. Wraps it around for Joe Morello, an Avenel native. Sent back in behind the net, and Ty Carter will break it out for St. Joe's. 3:53 to go in the first period. 1-0 lead for the Falcons.
Travis Penny back on the ice. Likes the movie Step Brothers, rap and hip hop, Eminem. history, and I like beating Monroe this season. Who doesn't?
Oh, that's a huge one. I think that might have actually been the first time in Woodbridge Township history that a team from Woodbridge Township has beaten Monroe. Really? Wow. Yeah. Monroe was always good. When we played back in the inaugural years, they had a powerhouse team. And then a couple years after that, it was a one-man show in the name of Eddie Stulak. Good friend of mine.
The kid that got hurt there, how's he doing?
Mikey Nichols. He's doing very well.
Don't tell me he plays again.
He does not, no, but he is working on getting feeling back in his legs. It's been...
oh, so he's still pretty bad?
He's still fully paralyzed at this moment, but he's working...
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, it was full paralyzation from the waist down. He is working on getting feeling back into his legs, but from all reports, he's doing very well. He's in great spirits, and, you know, of course, it's always tough to see a fellow member of the hockey community suffer that.
That happened here, right?
No, that actually happened up at Skylands Ice World in Vernon against the Vernon Vikings.
Oh, all right.
That shot from the point blocked by TJ Evan. Circling, holding, shot up and over the bar. That taken by Ryan Ozamanek.
Yeah, they got too much time in his zone here. We got to...
Bouncing puck gets out the center and
do something here.
Quickly St. Joe's dumps it back in. Changes made on both sides. Out in front, nice tie up there. That by Garrett Ludwig. Big collision along the center ice line. Two players go down, and Filacamo gets up first. Over the line is Ryan Snyder. Dances towards goal, but throws it just wide.
We have an 81 on our team, but we don't have 81 on our roster.
That is Garrett Ludwig. He's in your program as number 15.
Okay. There he is. All right.
Play in front. Breakaway. Saved by Godfrey. That save, and he makes the save on the rebound. Adam Godfrey, 2 spectacular saves, and the shot up over the bar for the whistle. Adam Godfrey makes 2 incredible saves on a breakaway in front, robbing Mike Rocco with the right pad.
When we get goalie work like that, we have a shot.
Absolutely. Adam Godfrey has been hot on the season. He's got a .928 save percentage with a shutout, and even has an assist to his credit to go along with a 6-1-1 record. Backup goalie tonight for Woodbridge Township is Lucas Teeple of JFK.
So Godfrey's faced 207 shots and only given up 15 goals.
That's pretty impressive.
That's amazing.
He is a senior. He's been kind of the backbone. He actually was the one that was in net for that game against St. Joe's, where they came within a goal of defeating the Falcons in the GMC final, and that might have been the loudest I have ever heard this building. And I say that even from my playing days on opening night.
Oh, opening night, I don't know if we can ever be louder than that.
It was close. Big check by Travis Benny. Steals the puck, plays it in front. Shot saved by Caven off the shot by Galea. Back to the point. Evan, a shot from goal. And covered up by Caven.
A wonderful opportunity there.
Eddie Caven, a marvelous stop to rob Drew Galea, who was alone in front.
Luke Bizzard likes the movie Miracle, country music, favorite subject, Jim. And likes playing hockey with his brother.
That's a man of my own heart.
Speaking of Adam Godfrey, he's a senior, number 30. His favorite movie is Happy Gilmore. That a boy. Favorite music, hip-hop. That's not so good. But he likes history. And his most memorable hockey moment is his first shutout in the GMC finals last year. A shutout in the playoffs. That's pretty darn impressive.
Absolutely. And there's a few of the Woodbridge Township players that have Step Brothers listed as their favorite movie.
I find these kids copy a lot from each other. We had a little spoof against us last week with the Woodbridge bowling team. They all put the same movie that wasn't in a movie.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't know, because what do I know about movies for this generation?
Yeah. I hear you.
They got us. We read a few of them and suddenly I said, something's wrong here. All these kids can't have the same favorite movie. But they duped us.
Oh, fool me once, shame on you, right?
Yeah. I'll get even, don't worry.
I have no doubt. Icing for St. Joe's, so as a face-off back in the St. Joe's end with 16.5 seconds remaining in the first period. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Falcons. Face-off wrapped all the way around. And on the rush, here comes Daniel Bradshaw down the right wing. Bradshaw on goal, save Godfrey, the rebound, he's got it, loose in front. A diving save!
Wow!
Adam Godfrey, post to post, denies Bradshaw with the glove. We get a whistle for a cross-checking penalty, but my goodness, Adam Godfrey putting on a show in this first period.
Saved in the right post, came and stretched out and saved in the left post.
And the Adam chants up from the crowd. Well deserved for the senior from Woodbridge.
That was amazing.
And meanwhile, in all the fracas, Travis Benny got 2 minutes for cross-checking, and so there'll be 3 seconds power play time for St. Joe's. If they don't score off this face-off, it'll be 1:57 to carry over into the second period. Face-off played into the corner, and there's the buzzer. So at the end of the first period, it's the St. Joe's Falcons 1 and Woodbridge Township 0.
Stay with us, folks. This looks like it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a fight to the finish, and we'll see you for the second.
Let's try that. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, now we're working.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Good job, Joey.
All right, thank you, Joe. That's our producer, Joe, with the emergency fixing know-how. As this one sent all the way down, it was an icing. 11:03 to go in the second period. St. Joe's leads 1-0 on a first period goal by Ty Carter, and both teams 0 for 1 with the man advantage.
Justin Youngkus, number 26, is a senior. Likes favorite movie, John Wick. Never heard of it. Likes rap and hip-hop. That's too bad. Likes history. That's good. And most memorable hockey moment is Lake Placid, 2-level. I was skating backwards, laid down as one of them were about to pass it and stop the goal.
Oh, that's a great defensive play. I always like playing in Lake Placid.
That's got to be cool. That's a historic town.
Oh, it's incredible to play on the Miracle Rink. Same rink.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
They're icing by Woodbridge. Yeah, no, it's an incredible feeling, especially when you're playing in a championship game on that rink. The energy is just electric.
Brian Naroda likes Magic Knight XL, the movie. Never heard of that. Likes techno and Swedish. I don't know what that says. What's that say?
Swedish rap.
Oh, Swedish rap? That's what it say, right?
Or a Swedish house. Either way.
Favorite subject, Jim. And he likes skating with his hero, CJ Lyons.
I wonder how much CJ paid for that. Just
Scored! Tie game.
Dante Amato, alone in front, beats Caven, and it's a tie game at 1.
And the stands are alive.
We'll have to wait to hear who got the assist, but Dante Amato.
I think number 4 was involved somehow.
That would be Nate Menente, wearing his brother Jake's number 4.
Let's see if we can listen if they're loud enough over the audience yelling behind us.
That's a huge goal for Woodbridge Township. Gets them to tie game, and it ignites this capacity crowd.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Well, St. Joe's is the next town over. 2 towns technically, Metuchen, Drew, Edison.
But if you listen to the crowd, you wouldn't be able to hear anybody.
Couldn't hear who the assists were.
Well, it wasn't Nate Menente. I believe they gave the assist to Luke Bizub or Matt Haggerty.
Speaking of Menente, he likes hockey. Favorite movie, Miracle, rap music, Jim, and likes playing pond hockey with his brothers. Is he the youngest of the 3?
That would be correct. Zach is the oldest. He is in attendance tonight. Jake, the middle of the 3.
Dean and the youngest.
Nate is the youngest, yes.
Wait, isn't there a Dean? No, Dean's the father.
Dean's the father, yes.
I'm all right.
Dean is one of our wonderful EMTs here in Woodbridge Township.
Great fire guy, too.
Absolutely.
Tom's a teacher. Dante Amato's a 10th grader, likes hockey, the movie Goon, music, rap. What's with this rap stuff? Favorite subject, Jim. And he liked winning the gold in Lake Placid.
Dante, one of 2 brothers to play for the Oldbridge Junior Knights, the club team down there. And they have a history of having a very, very good program that does very well at these tournaments in Lake Placid. And tonight, he's got the tying goal, the equalizer, and knocks this game up at 1.
Now, what is the rule for overtime in the high school?
I believe it is just a tie. I believe they play 45 minutes, and then at the end of 45,
no overtime.
There's
right?
no overtime.
I guess that makes sense because you got the ice book. You can't have all these games go overtime. You never get the other games in.
That's very true. Now, playoff games, of course, they'll go to overtime because there has to be a winner with those. But with the ties,
right? Otherwise, Woodbridge would not be 8-1-1.
Correct. Sloppy play on the blue line, but Brian Naroda throws a shot up over the face of goal, and Youngkus steers it in the corner. Looking in front for Filicamo, had it in his feet, and played out to center. Into the skates of Ty Carter, and he's offsides with 9:39 to go in the second game, tied at 1.
Justin DiNatale's a junior, number 5. He likes the Blues Brothers. Now you're talking.
There we go.
Justin. Rock music, good boy. Reading, good boy. And he scored an OT goal to win the championship. That's his most favorite moment.
And
they call me Big just because I make big hits.
He's a big kid.
Oh, they call me Big just because I make big hits.
Still valid. And behind the net, that's Drew Galea coming away with it. Down the wing comes Bradshaw.
When you played St. Joe's, did they catch up to you, or did you catch up to them, or what?
We never played St. Joe's. The year after.
I mean, the year we 4-3. The year we had the close game.
The year that it was a close. It was back and forth. Actually, Woodbridge had the lead going into the third period. It was a 3-2 lead for Woodbridge.
No kidding. After
2 periods of play, Anthony Pinulo had the go-ahead goal for Woodbridge, and then 2 goals by Tommy Bauer in the third period, and that was all she wrote. But you can just feel that it was a different game that night. Tie up along the half boards, and Travis Benny circles back into his own corner. Skied up, but not out. Nice keep on the line. Out to center, a nifty move by Galea. He's got a man with him. Excuse me, that's Travis Benny.
Move. Great, he's got a man in front.
Benny looking for Evan. Knocked away from him. Sasso plays up to center and past the outreach stick of Bradshaw, and it'll go all the way down, but no icing. First one to get it is Luke Bizub. Luke's brother Timmy, another young standout from Colonia. Just graduated last year, I believe, and throws a big hit. Gets a cheer up from the Woodbridge Township faithful. Carter the intercept, but he can't get around Amato. That shot saved by Godfrey.
That was a good shot. Now it's 2-on-1.
Evan
I just couldn't hold on to it.
Threw it into the skates of Amato, and he takes a check on the Zamboni door, but tries to make a move and does. Throw it out in front. Evan shot, score!
Yes!
TJ Evan on the pass from Dante Amato, and Woodbridge Township leads 2-1. And the crowd chanting, Evie, 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 as TJ Evan slams home a loose puck. 7:14 into the second period. It's a 2-1 lead for Woodbridge Township. And Mayor, that was all done by Dante Amato's hard work in the corner.
Amazing hustle.
Absolutely. And here's Amato with the puck now. He's had a hand in both Woodbridge goals. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist.
Let's see what St. Joe's can do to regroup here. Gave up 2 straight goals.
So Lacamo plays it out to center, and Amato had it for a second. It steered back into the Woodbridge end. Snyder takes a man down, but no penalty called.
St. Joe's plays a much tougher schedule than the rest of the GMC, right?
Oh, for sure.
But they do play a normal GMC schedule?
They do play all of the GMC teams, yes. They play all of the GMC teams once, though, compared to every other GMC team playing each other twice.
Okay.
Because St. Joe's does play in a regular non-public division as regulated by the NJSIAA.
I got you.
So they actually, they've played games against defending champions Ramsey and Don Bosco. They both play their games up in North Jersey. Sent in no icing as Di Natale wraps it around the boards. Interception by St. Joe's. That's Stephen Hollabaugh. But it has it stolen away from him. Nice move by Yonkis, and another nice move by Yonkis. Offsides is Woodbridge Township, and we'll get a whistle with 6:31 to go in the second period.
Up there. CJ Lyons is a senior, number 57. He likes the movie Goon, rap music, favorite subject, math. Now you're talking. And he likes skating with Brian Naroda.
I told you. I wonder how much CJ paid Brian, and Brian probably paid CJ the same amount.
Lucas Teeple, number 32, a sophomore, likes Forrest Gump. Now that's good. Math, that's good. Hip-hop and rap, not so good. Playing in the district's his most memorable hockey moment.
Nice keep at the line, steered back into the corner. Started up by Ty Carter. Almost an interception by Benny. And played out to center. Galea's got Bradshaw all over him, but he plays it into the skates of Travis Benny, who steers it the rest of the way back into the St. Joe's end. TJ Evan tries to take it behind the net, stolen away by Sasso, wrapped up but not out. Keep by Jarrett DeLimba. In front, Evan alone, saved by Caven.
Wow, he put that right out of him. If he kind of left a little bit, he would have had a wide open net.
Bradshaw, nice hip check by Jarrett DeLimba. Takes out Daniel Bradshaw, excuse me. Yanked off the boards, looking for TJ Evan. It goes just past him. He dives and cannot negate the icing and goes hard into the boards. And so it'll be a face-off back in the Woodbridge Township end. And the Woodbridge Township fans are now taking their shots at St. Joe's fans, to St. Joe's players.
Matt Haggerty is a junior, likes many different types of movies, many different types of music, history, and like most kids, I would imagine, his most memorable hockey moment is his first ever goal.
I still remember mine.
I was going to say, how old were you?
I was 8. I was playing up in Bridgewater before this rink was built. And it was a puck kind of bounced in front to me. I was skated around the goalie with my little legs, and I scored. Never forget your first goal. That's Ryan Ozamanek, as there's a penalty coming up to Woodbridge. Ozamanek cuts back to center. Touch-up is made, and Woodbridge will be shorthanded for the second time tonight.
Too bad to me.
High sticking is the call, and the guilty party appears to be Brian Naroda.
And they pulled the goalie knowing that Woodbridge couldn't score, so they were about to pull the goalie for a 6-5 advantage.
This is Justin Junkus actually got the penalty.
Tom Delasella is a senior who likes football. One of the few kids is hockey's not his favorite sport.
It's also
a movie Wolf of Wall Street, rap music, and social studies. And I like when their favorite hockey moment, besides the first goal, he's got winning my first GMC playoff game in school history. So I like when their favorite moment's a team moment. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Tom Delasella, you mentioned that football is not his favorite. Football is his favorite sport. He actually is a two-sport athlete.
Yeah.
He played football for JFK.
Yeah, but he was injured a couple games we saw. I don't know how much he played this year, but I remember him being injured.
Face-off is won by Woodbridge Township. Benny plays it out to center.
Luca Filicamos, the senior likes hockey. Favorite movie, Mystery Alaska. Never heard of it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Rap
Penalty
and
coming
country
up.
And history, and he likes skating on the pond with his teammates.
Another high-sticking call for Woodbridge.
Oh, that's 2 men down.
Yep. So it'll be a two-man advantage for St. Joe's for a minute 45.
That can't be good. Now, if they score, they get 1 man down, right?
Correct.
And they'll still be 1 man down. I mean.
Correct. So Drew Galea gets 2 minutes for high sticking. St. Joe's gets a 5-on-3 power play.
Can it be 5-on-2?
It cannot be 5-on-2. What they would do is they would stack the penalties.
Right, okay.
So it would be 5-on-3 for an extended period of time.
Gotcha. 5-on-2 is going to be tough for Woodbridge against a team like St. Joe's.
Absolutely, and they've killed off 5-on-3s before, but I don't know that they've ever killed off one against a team of this magnitude.
Well, there you go. There's the start.
Good clear down the ice.
Goalie comes out to field it, get a couple extra seconds from going off the clock.
Dean Rocco skates it into the Woodbridge Township end.
I shouldn't say field, it comes out to play it. I got to get my sports straight.
Well, I think field would be an accurate term in that scenario.
I think people would know what I meant.
Absolutely.
Shot by.
Carries around and played out to the point for Rocco. Rocco fires, saved by Godfrey. Evan pokes it out to center, and the race is on. Here goes TJ Evan looking for the breakaway. He gets by Rocco. He's in a load. He shoots. He goes in wide. Shot it wide. Fooled everybody.
TJ Evan, wow. Holy cow.
Great speed by TJ Evan, and Jack. That's unbelievable.
He just took that and beat them down the ice.
A couple inches to the left, as you said, it would have been. I think the roof might have exploded.
Oh my goodness, that would have been amazing to go 3-1 on a double power play, double shorthanded.
Yeah, and so the faceoff will be back inside the St. Joe's end.
What does it say? 2 minutes on that penalty there. Is there another penalty?
I think St. Joe's just took a penalty.
Yeah,
actually.
so do I.
So it's going to be a 4-on-3 power play for St. Joe's for a minute 3, and then Woodbridge Township, barring any further penalties or power plays, will have a 57-second man advantage. Filicamo cuts back to second. Who's in front? And it's score! Luca Filicamo, a backhander from the slot. It snuck through Eddie Caven. 3-1, Woodbridge Township. A short-handed goal.
Short-handed goal.
Luca Filicamo ignites the crowd here at the Woodbridge Community Center. 3 unanswered second period goals for Woodbridge Township.
And the ref was right there to see it. It didn't sneak over by much. It didn't appear, did it?
That trickled as slowly as it could possibly have gone.
St. Joe's still with a 4-on-3 advantage. Face-off now.
Snyder plays it out of play. And in the NHL, that's a penalty, but here in high school hockey, it's just a face-off. Boy, what a momentum shift.
Unbelievable.
First period was all Adam Godfrey. This second period has been all Woodbridge offense. Two points by Dante Amato and the goal and an assist. TJ Evan had the second goal, and Luca Filicamo, the shorthanded, unassisted tally just now. Shot from the point, up and over the bar.
Filicamo has 4 goals and 2 assists this year.
Including that one?
Oh, no, that makes it 5 goals.
Nice save by Godfrey off the point shot. 19 seconds to go in the first minor penalty for Woodbridge. And then there will be 15 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And then again, barring any power plays or penalties, Woodbridge Township will have a power play for 57 seconds.
Leading Woodbridge this year with 16 goals is Travis Benny. He's also got 12 assists. With 13 goals, TJ Evan, and Evan got one, right?
Yes, Evan had the second goal tonight.
He's got 14 and 18 assists. So that's 32 points versus 28 points.
That shot off the side of the net.
Tied with 15 assists are Galea and Dalemba.
Good production spread out throughout this Woodbridge Township lineup. Puck wrapped up the boards but not out. A keep in by Carter as the first Woodbridge penalty is expired and Travis Benny's out of the box. Shot saved by Godfrey, and he'll get the whistle with 10 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4.
Shots on goal now 18-13 in favor of St. Joe's, but what counts is the scoreboard 3-1 Woodbridge.
And in the second period, Woodbridge Township is being outshot 7-6. But it is such a close game. And Adam Godfrey has made some incredible saves in the first and second periods. Carter goes across that for Rocco. Rocco's shot goes wide, caroms all the way around, 2 seconds and 1. Galea's out of the box, and Woodbridge has a power play for 56 seconds. Snyder has it, wraps it around the boards. Going through for Travis Benny, who circles back and tries to get an outlet.
Now we can set up the rush.
He'll skate it out himself. Plays out wide for Ryan Snyder. Snyder over the blue line, over the red line, and now over the blue line. A nice move, but he can't get through the St. Joe's defender. Stick forward, a nice move by Benny, but he can't control as it's sent all the way down. You can hear that the fans behind us are encouraging for the Woodbridge Township players to pass the puck, which might not be a bad idea because St. Joe's is doing a good job of clogging the middle and making sure that Woodbridge Township doesn't have a whole lot of time, and now Woodbridge Township can't get out of their own end. Ludwig played it up ahead for TJ Evan, gets it back and plays it out to center. Here's Bradshaw over the red line.
Now we're back to even strength.
So Woodbridge drops to 0 for 2 with the man advantage, but St. Joe's has yet to convert on any of their 4 power plays tonight.
But Woodbridge, the all-important shorthanded goal.
Absolutely, that is a big goal. Back in front, nice save, and played out to center. Here's TJ Evan, has a goal tonight. Down the right wing.
Leading number 9, broken up.
Evan has it back, tries to steer it back. That's Filicamo. Off the boards and sent back into the corner for Evan. Evan has a man all over him. It goes back to the point. Shot by Di Natale goes wide. Wraps around, keep in by Ludwig. Ludwig, a nice keep, had Bradshaw all over him. Played to the slot, but nobody there except for white jerseys. Skating away with his Dean Rocco over the red line and into the Woodbridge Township end. Cuts back to the slot, back to forehand. He shoots, and I think Godfrey got that. I don't know if Godfrey got that or Rocco just missed the net, but either way, it was kept out. Deflection goes wide as we reach the last minute of play in the second period. Man taken down in the corner, but steering away with this is Rocco.
Let's go, McCormick!
Your cheering section too.
My fans, yeah, my fans.
A big collision in front of the St. Joe's benches. That one goes up and over the bar. Out of play with 46.2 seconds remaining in the second period.
Long period because they'll do the Zamboni, so, you know, Woodbridge would love to be sitting in that locker room talking about how to protect the 3-1 lead.
But at the same time, you almost don't want the Zamboni cut because the same thing happened to Woodbridge. And you don't want to lose that momentum.
You lose the mo. Lose the mo and I have to go.
A similar thing happened in 2015 in the GMC final, and we know how that one turned out. Puck sent all the way down, but it'll go up. I thought that went on goal, but it went just wide, so no, there'll be an icing with 37.9.
That wouldn't count as a shot, right?
It would not count as a shot on goal.
Now, what makes it count as a shot?
Technically, a shot on goal is a goal that would have gone in had the goalie not been there. As long as I believe some people say that the shot was taken in front of their own blue line. Some people call that a shot on goal. It all depends on the official score.
Seems too soft to count.
Well,
Get out of there.
There's a save by Godfrey, and the rebound, and they score! Godfrey thought he had it.
We didn't want that to happen before the period.
Godfrey thought he had it. The Woodbridge Township defense is protesting, but it's a goal, and St. Joe's is back to within one, as I believe that's going to be Mark Borek who gets credit for the goal for the Falcons.
Let's go to Toronto and see a replay, huh?
If only we could.
I don't know. The number 9 was arguing pretty intensely with the ref.
It looked like Adam Godfrey had it under his pad. But either way, at the 14:30 mark, St. Joe's gets back to within one.
Remember, Spearknocker Senior likes hockey. Perks of being a wallflower. Favorite movie? Alternate music, science, and playing alongside Hillary Knight and Brianna Decker 2 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was 3 girls played at once. Jared DeLemba is a senior likes ice hockey. Happy Gilmore country history. And he liked being named the team captain and playing in the GMC finals.
Another great memory. Oh, yeah, that's awesome for Amber. Actually, she got to play alongside Hillary Knight.
Who's Hillary Knight?
Hillary Knight. She's actually the one of the captains of the Team USA Women's Olympic Hockey Team.
Oh, see, in a million years I wouldn't know that.
Yep. And then who's the other name that she got to play with?
Let me go backwards. Hillary Knight. Don't lose sight of the game there.
There's the end of the period.
Brianna Decker.
Brianna Decker, yes. Those are 2 Olympians, 2 female hockey Olympians. Yes, sir.
Just 2 more profiles. Garrett Ludwig likes hockey, the movie Miracle, rock music, math, and playing in the garden. Wow.
That's awesome.
Ryan Snyder, sophomore, likes hockey. Likes the movie Boy in Striped Pajamas. Likes smooth jazz. That's okay. Reading and watching Big just throwing the body. And anything else he'd like to know, that he is classically handsome.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. And we're glad we gives you those player profiles. Here at the end of the second period, it is a 3-2 lead for Woodbridge Township. There's a nice cut. Hope they'll join us for the third period. It should be a great one. If you're just joining us, we've got a great matchup going on. High school hockey between Woodbridge Township schools and the St. Joe's Falcons. Andrew Shapiro taking you through the third period of action here from the beautiful Woodbridge Community Center, freshly remodeled Woodbridge Community Center. A beautiful facility, a fantastic hockey game. It's a 3-2 lead for Woodbridge Township after 2 periods of play. St. Joe's opened the scoring with the only goal in the first period by Ty Carter. Woodbridge Township answered with 3 goals in the second. Dante Amato, TJ Evan, and Luca Filacama with a shorthander that just barely trickled over the line. St. Joe's got a goal back with 30 seconds left in the second to make it a 1-goal game. That by Mark Borek. But here we are, 15 minutes away from history for Woodbridge Township or deja vu for the Falcons. And we take you back to 2015 when the GMC finals here, Woodbridge Township it was 2016, the GMC finals here where Woodbridge High School, had a 3-2 lead on the St. Joe's Falcons after 2 periods of play. And 2 goals by Ford's native Tommy Bauer proved to be the undoing for the Barons, as we have a little bit of a delay as there's a little bit of an issue with the ice surface. Now, referee pair of Jim and Anthony Crodell, brothers, are trying to sort out. It looks like there might be a either an ice issue or a team issue. St. Joe's with a 4-4-1 record on the season, a perfect 2-0 in the GMC with wins over Monroe and the combined team of Edison, J.P. Stevens, and Metuchen. Woodbridge Township at 8-1-1, their one loss on the year coming to Bayonne. And we're unsure of who had the tie. The shots on goal thus far, 21-14. St. Joe's had the advantage in both the first and second periods, outshooting Woodbridge Township 11-7 and 10-7 in the periods. Now, the first period belonged to Adam Godfrey, making save after save, robbing Mike Rocco on a breakaway and going post to post to make a denial on Dean Rocco. So both of the Rocco brothers suffering the wrath of Adam Godfrey, the senior from Woodbridge. And the second period was all Woodbridge Township. 3 goals in a span of about 6.5 minutes. Dante Amato struck first with an assist from Nate Menente as that puck was just kind of thrown out in front. And from the slot, Amato scored. And TJ Evan, the same play as Dante Amato took it into the corner, threw it in front, and Evan found himself with a wide open net. And the third Woodbridge Township goal, Luca Filicamo made a nice little play, threw it backhander from the slot, and it just barely trickled over the line and somehow beat Eddie Caven, who has made 11 saves on the night to Adam Godfrey's 19. And there does appear to be an issue with the ice. And so the crew here will take their time and make sure that they get it done right. And so the teams will skate around to try to stay loose, and I think they could just be waiting for the ice to dry. Zamboni did a couple extra laps just to make sure that they got everything. And there's the whistle. We are ready for action here in the third period. Andrew Shapiro taking you through the third period of action here from the Woodbridge Community Center. 3-2 lead for the St. Joe's Falcons, moving right to left in the white jerseys trimmed with green. Woodbridge Township in the black trimmed with white and gray. They will be moving left to right on your screen. Jared DeLemba takes the puck behind the net and wraps it around. Stolen away and thrown out in front. Karam's out to Sasso from the point. Shot goes wide. Rebound on diving stop by Godfrey with Amato's help. A diving play goes wide off the stick. That of Ryan Osmanek. St. Joe's out flying to start the third period. Through the legs of Carter, out for Sasso. Deflects up and out of play. Just 25 seconds into the third period, and St. Joe's already a plethora of chances, but nothing doing. Adam Godfrey a little slow to get up, which could be concerning for Woodbridge Township. He's played outstanding hockey tonight, stopping 20 of 22. And he tells referee Jim Crodell that he's ready to play on, and so there'll be a face-off to his right. And it's won by Woodbridge Township. Travis Benny, cross-corner dump in, looking for TJ Evan, who pokes it forward. Evan ties up with Sasso, clears the puck free to Drew Galea. Galea in the corner has it stolen away from him, and starting up with it is Ty Carter. Knocked away onto the stick of Carter now, and down the right wing, that is Dean Rocco. Has it stolen away from him and played out to center. And circling in with the puck is Mike Rocco. Rocco tries to dance through Jarrett DeLemba, but he can't do so. And DeLemba plays it back to the point, out to center, where it'll be regrouped by Carter. Carter goes across for Dean Rocco. Rocco, a slap shot from center ice, held onto by Godfrey, and he'll get the whistle with 1:06 gone in the third period, and St. Joe's trailing 3-2. And you can hear the crowd behind us chanting, "Godfrey, Godfrey." It's a very heavily Woodbridge Township crowd tonight, which is really good to see for hockey here in the township. And Woodbridge High School, of course, the closest to beating St. Joe's in history, as they had a 3-2 lead in the GMC final in 2016, but fell just short as 2 third-period goals by Ford's native Tommy Bauer proved to be the undoing for the Barons. Wristed on goal, deflected and saved by Godfrey, and a drive-by by Stephen Hollabaugh saw some ire drawn from the Woodbridge Township defenders. Face off to the left of Godfrey, and it's one forward by St. Joe's, stolen away by Justin Yunkus. Out to the point, but kept in by Sam Welsh. With it is Hollabaugh. Hollabaugh throws it on goal. Pad saved by Godfrey. Stolen and out to the point, but not out as Rocco keeps it in. Deflected on goal. Saved by Godfrey. Puck is loose in the front. Off the goal post. Hollabaugh hit the post. He couldn't beat Godfrey. Out in front. Hollabaugh has it now. He shoots. He scores. Stephen Hollabaugh. Top shelf over Godfrey, and it's a tie game. A minute 41 into the third. And Adam Godfrey is hurt, and the coaching staff will have to come out and take a look, and this is not good news for Woodbridge Township. Adam Godfrey has played a stellar 2 periods of hockey, but right now is lying hurt on the ice. He's got his mask off, and he was in some discomfort after the last St. Joe's play, as Lucas Teeple will get ready to come in just in case. Godfrey, a senior, 6-1-1 on the season with a .928 save percentage, does have a shutout to his credit as well as an assist. And Lucas Teeple, 2-0 on the season. He is a sophomore from JFK High School. And while the medical staff tends to Adam Godfrey and they want to make sure that he is okay, could be a groin issue, could be a thigh issue, or could be just a general lower body issue. Either way, for Woodbridge Township, you hope Adam Godfrey's okay, both personally and playing-wise. Godfrey says he's okay, and Coach Montecolo looks like he's ready to leave Godfrey in. Now the discussion being had about where to move from here. St. Joe's does have a trainer on staff who did take a look at Godfrey as well as the coaches, so this will be a decision made by all three. And Coach Montecolo, it looks like he is going to pull Adam Godfrey just as a precaution, and so Lucas Teeple will come in to be the backup. And so it'll be a face-off back at center ice. 13:19 to go in the third period. It's a game tied at 3 as the goal by Stephen Hollabaugh has knotted it. Puck dumped in by St. Joe's, wrapped around the boards by DiNatale, but stolen away by the Falcons in the person of Daniel Bradshaw. He ties up with DiNatale. Bradshaw tries to play it out wide, now stolen away by Woodbridge Township as it's poked out to center by Travis Benny. Onto the stick of TJ Evan, but knifed away from him neatly by Mark Borek. Played ahead, and here comes Bradshaw. Tries to dance through Evan, poked it only as far as Delemba, and Benny will steer with it. Out to center, away with this now comes Galea. 2-on-1 with Benny. Leaves it off for Travis Benny. Shot saved by Caven, and the rebound goes in the corner. Loose in front. Saved by Caven, and it's back behind the net. Sped around the boards for DiNatale to keep in. Over the stick of Travis Benny. Galea out in front looking for TJ Evan, but he can't get it through as it's stolen away by Gavin Tangier. Excuse me, that's Nicholas Frieda, and played out to center. Bradshaw over the Woodbridge Township blue line, 1-on-2. Tries to get by DiNatale and throws it through the slot and poked out to center. Now sent down the rest of the ice and out of the reach of Dean Rocco. And this will be an icing as Woodbridge Township was behind their own red line. So there'll be a face-off back to the right of Lucas Teeple in relief of Adam Godfrey with 12:13 to go in the third period, and the game tied at 3. Face-off is won forward by Mike Rocco. To the point it goes. A nice keep in by Ryan Ozamanek as bodies fly all over the place. Big collision by Ozamanek, but it's wrapped out to center and all the way down. And this will be yet another icing for Woodbridge Township. And the crowd is on their feet as Adam Godfrey is coming back into the game. He got the green light from Coach Montecolo and Coach Bertella, and they are all set to go. Face off to the right of Godfrey, and off the tie-up, it's won back by Snyder. Sent all the way down, and this will be yet another icing unless Filakama can get there, which he does not. And as Mayor McCormick alluded to, there is no overtime in these high school games, so if after the end of 45 minutes we have a scoreless, we have a draw, that is how we will end the game. It'll be Galea to face off this time with Mike Rocco. Won by Galea off the glass and out to the point. Nice keep on the pinch there by Rocco. Out to the point and a nice keep there by Travis Benny. Tries to play it forward. A good poke check by Sam Welsh keeps that play in the Woodbridge Township end. Travis Benny stick handles over the blue line. Buddy pass goes onto the stick of TJ Evan, but he gets it back. Drops it off for Galea down the left wing. Drew Galea tries to cut back to center. Has it, throws it in front. Saved by Caven. Puck is loose behind the net, and it'll be taken away by St. Joe's. Dean Rocco starts up for the Falcons. Off the glass he goes. A nice keep by Snyder. A big collision there from Mike Rocco. Rocco over the blue line. Gets into the Woodbridge Township end. Has 3 Falcons with him. Pulled. Shot off the post. Rocco hit the post on the shot. Played ahead for TJ Evan. Out to center, but not out of the zone. As Snyder plays it out past the blue line. Offsides of the Falcons, so Woodbridge Township will have to regroup. Travis Benny has it in his own zone with 10:54 to go in the third. Chipped into the zone by Galea, no icing, and Woodbridge Township will be able to get a change. Away with this comes Dean Rocco. He's harassed the whole way by TJ Evan, but it's played out wide and onto the stick now of Mike Sasso. Into the Woodbridge Township end, Delemba goes out wide looking for Yunkus. Shot by Carter, goes up and over the bar. It was an offsides play. Pinned on the back of the net briefly. Excuse me. And Delemba will play it out to center as far as Yunkus. Races on. TJ Evan tries to get there and will. Just plays it in behind the goal line. And has to wait for Woodbridge Township to try to set up. St. Joe's has the puck now, and they play out to center. Down the wing comes Costello. He takes a hard check from Brian Naroda. Into the stick of Mark Borak. Out to the point, and just past the stick of Sasso, and away with this comes Justin Yunkus. Yunkus has the puck stolen away from him by Ty Carter. Carter behind his own net, plays it out wide, and out to center on a second effort come the Falcons. A big collision, Carter ties up with Naroda as they go at it in front of the Woodbridge Township bench. Naroda taken down, no penalty called, much to the ire of the Woodbridge Township fans, as Hollabaugh had his stick all over him. Out to center and out of the zone on a second effort by Delemba. All the way down as this will be an icing. 9:31 to go in the third period. We're tied at 3 here from the Woodbridge Community Center. Andrew Shapiro taking you through high school hockey here on the Woodbridge channels, and we're so happy you could join us tonight. It will be a face-off to the right of Adam Godfrey, the senior from Woodbridge High School. And it'll be Drew Galea to tie up with Mike Rocco. Won by Rocco. He chips it forward, tries to kick it to himself, but it's stolen away by Galea. Chipped out to center, looking for TJ Evan, but it's poked away from him. And coming in with it now is Dylan Costello. Costello cuts back to the slot and drops it off for Ozamanek. Ozamanek, back pass, shot saved by Godfrey. Puck is loose and cleared out wide. Benny, long pass looking for Evan, but it's intercepted by Dean Rocco. Dean Rocco goes across for Semarelli. Semarelli jips it back into the Woodbridge Township end, played forward by Mike Rocco. Stolen away by Ryan Snyder. He goes off the glass. It goes too far for Travis Benny and all the way down, and no icing as St. Joe's will play it back up. Ozamanek has it now down the left wing. Into the Woodbridge Township end he comes. Tries to dance through Snyder, pokes it only as far as Garrett Ludwig. Out wide, here comes Travis Benny. Has a man breaking with him, that's Galea. Benny tries to dangle through, but unable to get past the St. Joe's defender. Behind the net, it's Ryan Ozamanek. Drops it off for Carter. Nice move coming out with this now is Dean Rocco. Rocco back into his offensive end. Takes a hard check from Ryan Snyder. Where Rocco had a full head on Snyder, but Snyder able to separate him from the puck. Good job by Ryan Snyder. Luca Filicamo chips it off the boards and all the way down this goes. And this will be an icing as Dean Rocco took his time getting to the puck. But they rule that it is an icing, and so it'll be face-off back in the Woodbridge Township end with 8:02 remaining in the third period. And the game's still tied at 3. Third period goal by Stephen Hollabaugh has St. Joe's back equal. It'll be face-off to the left of Adam Godfrey. Youngkis to tie up with Joe Morello. Face-off won by Morello. But played out to center, and it has to be taken by Ty Carter. Carter, a backhander off the boards, stolen away by Delemba. He plays it as far as center, and the tie-up ensues. Wrapped back into the Woodbridge Township end. Delemba will start up with a head of steam, has a man all over him, but gets by him. Taken down, no call on the play, and the fans behind me are irate, as Carter has it now for his own end. Off the boards he goes. Poked forward by Youngkis. Carter has to start up again. Out wide he goes for Sasso. Sasso over the red line. Takes a hard check from Youngkis. And it's rent back into the Woodbridge Township end. Big collision by Di Natale. That on Morello. Out in front, Godfrey will cover up and get the whistle with 7:15 to go in the third period. And still, the game tied at 3. Shots in the period, 7 for St. Joe's and just 2 for Woodbridge Township. Play has been very heavily in their defensive end. And coaches Montecolo and Rotella will look to change that and try to get some offense. Here's Galea off the tie-up. Skied out to center ice, and it bounces us under the stick of Rocco. Has TJ Evan all over him. Dean Rocco down the left wing, chips it off the glass and out to center. Poked through Ryan Snyder as down the left wing comes Hollabaugh. Hollabaugh posts up and tries to throw it towards goal, but it's sicked away by Galea. Snyder in the Zamboni corner plays it up, but Hollabaugh intercepts that clearing attempt. Off the boards it goes and out to center ice. It'll be stolen away, and circling with it now is Mark Borek. He takes a check, and away with it comes TJ Evan now. Evan down the right wing, fires a shot, saved by Caven, and it's sticked out of play. And so the Woodbridge Township will get a face-off in the offensive end with 6:41 to go in the third period, and not just the third shot on goal for Woodbridge Township. Face-off will be to the left of Eddie Caven, the freshman. And off the tie-up, it's sent back as far as the slot. And circling with it is Dylan Costello. Costello, a long stretch pass, goes onto the stick of Rocco. Rocco holds, looks for a man. Kicked forward and onto the stick of Ozamanek, only briefly as Di Natale stole it away. Intercepted at center ice by Mike Rocco. Has it poked away from him for a hot second by Drew Galea, and now Travis Benny has it knocked away from him again by Rocco. Rocco tries to dance into the Woodbridge Township end and does. Throws it around the board. Sticked out in front, almost banked in behind Godfrey, but Justin Di Natale steers it out of harm's way. To the point, a nice keep with the feet of Matt Samorelli as it's played out in front by Rocco. Excuse me, this is Ozamanek. Circling with the puck. Fires a shot up and over the goal. Costello has it now for the Falcons. Loses it to Di Natale. Cycle for Woodbridge Township sees that one cleared up and out of play, and so we'll get a whistle with 5:44 to go in the third period, and the game tied at 3. And no Woodbridge Township team has ever been able to register a point in a game against St. Joe's. So this would be a historical finish for Woodbridge Township if this result holds. Of course, the boys in black would rather see an extra goal up on their side, but that will be determined in the next 5 minutes and 44 seconds how that lies. Shot from the point by Sasso, sticked away by Godfrey. Godfrey looks like he's back to normal health now, as he was pulled from the game for just a couple of minutes after giving up the goal from Hollabaugh. Off the back of the net, Snyder has it. He throws it hard around the boards. Good keep by Rocco. Second effort by Justin Younkus is cleared up to the blue line and out, and poked forward by Filicamo. Chipped off the boards and stolen away by Dean Rocco. He drops a pass off. Down the left wing comes Morello. Morello, the Avenel native, sends it on in. Snyder ties up in the corner with Bradshaw. They battle for it to his side. Seconds ticking away as we're inside of 5 minutes to go in the third period. Still the game tied at 3. Dean Rocco a keep. Tries to throw it ahead for Morello, but it hops over his stick, and Delemba will have to switch it back around. Filicamo, this is Brian Naroda, the first one in there. Naroda in the corner pokes it up ahead. That's for Filicamo, but he can't clear the zone. Second effort by Snyder, played out to center and through the stick of Younkus. Stolen away by Rocco. He goes off the boards and sends it back into the zone. St. Joe's content to just play dump and chase as they have the manpower and the fresh legs, and they're playing very physical hockey to try to keep Woodbridge Township from mounting any kind of attack. Snyder has the puck in his own zone. Gets around the forecheck of Costello. Chipped off the glass, but not out. A nice keep by Dean Rocco. Sticks forward over the stick of Costello. And it's played out to center. Just past the reach of TJ Evans, stolen away by Rocco. From center, it's dumped in on goal, and Godfrey will get the whistle with 4:03 to go in the third period. And the game still tied at 3. St. Joe's really ramping up the pressure. 9 shots on goal this period for the Falcons, and just 3 for Woodbridge Township. These are big points for both of these schools, as Adam Godfrey will fix his equipment. These are big points for both of these schools, not just for the team history and for their respective clubs, but in the GMC. Woodbridge will take a timeout as Coach Monacola will try to settle the troops. And a quick scoring summary from tonight's game. Ty Carter got the scoring started for St. Joe's, 8:03 into the first. That was the lone tally of the first period. Woodbridge Township answered right back with 3 in the second. Dante Amato from Nate Menente, TJ Evans from Dante Amato, and a shorthanded goal by Luca Filicamo. That got the game to 3-1 in favor of Woodbridge Township. Mark Borek scored in the last 30 seconds of the second period to make the game 3-2 going into the intermission. And then fresh out of the ice cut, a minute 31 in, Stephen Hollabaugh roofed one over the pronate Adam Godfrey and tied this game up at 3. But there's 4:03 to go here in the third period. The game is all equal. The faceoff will be to the right of Adam Godfrey when play resumes. And the crowd behind me tense with anticipation, although you wouldn't know it by the chants coming from my left. And it's a Woodbridge chant up from the crowd now, trying to rally their team to the first ever point, or even a win, in Woodbridge Township history over the St. Joe's Falcons. 2016 saw the GMC final right here at the Community Center, and Woodbridge was 15 minutes away from a victory and the first ever GMC championship. However, they fell just short after 2 third-period goals by Ford's native Tommy Bauer, sealed the fate for the then Barons. It'll be a face-off to the right of Adam Godfrey. It's Galea with Mike Rocco. Rocco wins it cleanly. Backhander dipped on front. They score! On the side of the net! Looks like it was Matt Samarelli. And the deflection on the back door puts St. Joe's back ahead. It's 4-3 Falcons with 3:59 to go in the third period. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like that was actually going to be Ryan Ozamanek. I believe that is Ryan Ozamanek who scores the go-ahead goal, as it's an icing for St. Joe's. And so it'll be a face-off back inside the St. Joe's defensive end with 3:52 to go in the third period. The Woodbridge faithful on their feet, cheering on their team. Face-off to the left of Eddie Caven. And it's won by St. Joe's. Off the boards, keep by Galea. Backdoor play. Circles around, wrap around, save by Caven. Puck is loose on the side of the net. Played out. Galea has it now. Shot taken, but the whistle blown as the net is off its moorings. 3:42 to go in the third period. Woodbridge getting pressure. Referees having a brief discussion as to face-off location, but it will stay inside the St. Joe's end, and it'll be to the right of the freshman Caven. Galea and Rocco to tie up. Won by Galea. Played out wide into the skates of Travis Benny. He throws it just wide of the net. Galea has it stolen away from him, as is a Woodbridge Township player down on the ice, and that's TJ Evan, and he is having some trouble getting back to his feet. Shot by Rocco, saved by Godfrey, loose, and another save by Godfrey on the rebound. In the corner, Evans struggling to get to the bench. He is in some serious pain as that puck is played out to center. Finally, Evan makes it to the bench, and the Falcons will have to regroup with 3:13 to go in the third period. Now the urgency back on Woodbridge Township. Stolen away by Di Natale. Played out to center. And the crowd behind me waiting for a call that would not come as Di Natale's stick was held onto by a St. Joe's player. Here's Delemba with a puck in his own end. 2:53 to go in the third. Sticked out to center, and Galea checks a check from Rocco, but keeps pushing forward. Out to center as Di Natale's shot goes on goal, gloved out of the air by Caven, and a nice save made by the freshman. As Galea took a tumble at center ice, but gets back up, it's off the glass and out to center. Di Natale has it for Woodbridge Township. Only can get as far as the red line, where it's taken down by Ozamatic and sent in on goal for Godfrey to have to play it back for a startup by Snyder. At the blue line, it's stolen away, this by Hollabaugh. Hollabaugh throws it just wide, backdoor play out in front, shot, score! And it's Andrew Costello on the back door with the wide open net. St. Joe's with a 5-3 lead. So Mike Rocco with the work, throws it in front. Andrew Costello there to slam it home. 2:16 to go in the third period, and St. Joe's has opened up a 5-3 lead late in this game. And you can almost feel the energy kind of fading away as Woodbridge Township came so close, and the game is not over yet. This team scored 2 goals in 2.5 minutes in the third period, in the second period. Now they need to do it here in the third. Pushed forward by Costello. Gets around Younkus. With it now, he plays it out to the point for Carter to keep. Back down for Costello. Can't dance through a man. That was, excuse me while I check the program. That was Luke Bishop. Tie up along the half board, sees this one steered out to center, poked forward by Galea as he ties up now with Hollabaugh as they exchange a couple of shoves, and we get a whistle, and it's going to be both Hollabaugh and Galea going to the box, 2 minutes each for roughing with 1:45 to go in the third period. So 2 minutes each for roughing as Galea and Hollabaugh will both get matching minors. 5-on-5 we remain. Face-off won by the Falcons. Some confusion by Woodbridge Township as to their face-off personnel, but now Justin Younkus has it across the red line. Into the St. Joe's end. He tries to dance through a couple of Falcons, unable to do so as it's sticked into the corner by Carter. Godfrey to the bench for the extra man for Woodbridge Township. Travis Benny to the point, nobody home. First one to have to get is Ryan Snyder. He's got Daniel Bradshaw harassing him the whole way. Delemba goes off the boards, looking for Travis Benny, finding him over the red line. Benny with a cross-corner dump in. First one there to get it is Filicamo. Filicamo takes a check from Carter. It's wrapped up the boards and kept in by Snyder. Wrapped down low. This is Naroda. Naroda has 2 Falcons all over him behind his own net, has it stolen away. Out to the point, a nice keep by Ryan Snyder, only briefly, but on a second effort, able to push it forward. Filicamo wraps it back into the corner. Naroda lets it go through. Travis Benny, the first one there. Off the back of the net, looking for a black jersey, almost covered up by Caven, and stolen away by Woodbridge Township. Back onto the stick and sent all the way down, and there's a whistle as there is an injured Woodbridge Township player, and it's Luca Filicamo down behind the St. Joe's end. Or excuse me, that is not Luca Filicamo. Can't see it from this vantage point. Looks like it might be TJ Evan again. 43.6 seconds remaining here in the third period. St. Joe's has opened up a 5-3 lead with 3 unanswered third period goals to match the 3 second period goals that Woodbridge Township scored in the second. As the injured player is back up to his feet, and it was actually Travis Benny. And the Woodbridge fans and players appreciative of their teammate giving his all. And Travis Benny will actually remain in the game. And some personnel change for Woodbridge Township. It will be Yunkus, Filicamo, and Naroda up front with Delemba, Dante Amato, and the extra attacker is Travis Benny. 6-on-5 we play with 43.6 seconds to go in this third period. Face-off tied up and pushed forward by Yunkus. Almost poked forward by Naroda, but it's out to center, and Delemba will have to regroup with 35 seconds to go in the third. He wraps it back in for Eddie Caven to leave off. Filicamo ties up with Carter. They battle forward along the half-boards. Into the feet of Yunkus. Sticked away for Filicamo. Plays it back behind the net. Starting up with it is Carter. Off the boards he goes with 18 seconds to go in the third. Pushed forward now by Rocco with an open net. He fires. He scores! Mike Rocco has salted this game away for St. Joe's, as with 12.1 seconds left, it's a 6-3 lead for the Falcons.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late...
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
It just kind of seemed like all the energy was taken out of this team. And it's no knock on the team at all. It's just a credit to St. Joe's and the way that they played. And it's just a testament to how the breaks fall in hockey sometimes. Stolen away by Ozamanek. He has it knocked away by Yunkus, who takes the tumble as Delemba, 2 seconds, 1. And there's the buzzer. And so Woodbridge Township falls just short, as there is a little tussle in front of the Woodbridge Township bench as the teams go to repair to their goalies. And so the final score of tonight's game, it's the St. Joe's Falcons 6 and Woodbridge Township Hockey 3. For everybody here at TV 35, for our production crew of Joe and Gina, for the Honorable Mayor John McCormick, my name is Andrew Shapiro. Thank you very much for watching this production of high school hockey here on the Woodbridge channels. Until next time, good night